Hey, dolls. I'm BrtanYaah.
And I'm Stevvanii, and welcome back to the BS Guide. So, we know we've been gone for a while, but after our last episode, helping Kyle and attending VO Atlanta, we needed to refresh the font with some self-care.
Totally. And so, we've been reading and traveling and, exploring new creative outlets. And now we are totes back.
We so are. And you know what that means? A BS Guide reunited selfie!
Yay! Okay.
Reunited.
And it feels so good.
So, let me just tell you, Seekers, we have been inundated with letters, and they are all so amazing and sweet and inquisitive. But then we found one that just jumped out at us.
Absolutely. And this letter hits on a subject that has been formative for the BS Guide gurus you see before you.
Wedding etiquette.
Mm-hmm.
Weddiquette.
And you're probably saying, oh my God, that's such a cute combo of the words wedding and etiquette. But if you Google it, be careful not to mistake it for weediquette, because that is something altogether different, more herbal.
Yeah, like lawn care. And that's not as much fun as a wedding. So, anyway, our sweet Seeker Hugh is writing from across the pond in jolly old England, and he wants to get some advice about what to do as a wedding guest.
And since I totally speak British, because I studied it in school,
Yeah.
I can totally translate this one for us. Yay! He writes, Dear BS Guide, my wife and I have been invited to an American destination wedding, and we're a bit nervous. I've never been to an American wedding before, and I know you Yanks like to do it up grandly. I don't want to make any faux pas as a guest. I spend all my time directing video games and movies, so I'm regularly influenced by all things cinematic. Will this be an advantage when I attend the wedding? Will there be meet cutes and choreography and cameras? I could get really behind something like that. Anyway, any advice you could share on how to handle this strange beast that is the American wedding, it would just be gravy on my brain. Cheers, Hugh.
That was amazing. You interpreted that so well. It was so clear. I totally understood British. Wow. So, Hugh, before we were gurus, BrtanYaah and I, too, were wedding guests.
Mm-hmm.
And your letter is leading us to a little bit of a video confessional. Because yes, sweet Seekers, we didn't always know what we were doing.
Shocking, but true. So we decided to go ahead and share our story with hopes that it can help Hugh grow. You see what I did there?
You're so clever.
I know.
This is a big deal for us. You're welcome.
So, our first tip is make sure that you're actually invited to the wedding.
Yeah, don't be like Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn in the movie Wedding Crashers.
Those two are so hot.
True, they are very. This is kind of important because the bride and the groom are going to want you to RSVP so they know who will sit where at the reception and they can avoid putting ex-lovers and rivals at the same table. Awkward.
Mm-hmm. So be aware that the wedding invitation will have information on it, like time and date and where the location might be. And if you're allowed a +1, and will include a response card so that you can tell them you're coming. And FYI, this will be obvious and right there on the invitation. So be sure to RSVP properly.
Yeah, we attended a destination wedding about 6 years ago because we received an engagement announcement from our friends J. Michael and Anna.
And we didn't understand that this was actually not the invitation.
Yeah, though we were a bit surprised that it didn't say like where, when, what, who, how. So it took a ton of time Googling and calling all over Ireland and bribing travel agents and threatening family members to get all the deeds.
Yeah, talk about time consuming.
So no bueno. But if you're invited and you've properly alerted them that you'll be there, then tip number 2 is that remember that the wedding is all about the bride and the groom and not you. So be on better behavior than you might otherwise. I mean, hint, hint, there's only room in the world for one Uncle Drunky, so don't get sloppy.
And like, no photobombing. We learned this the hard way because we were following Jay, Michael, and Anna around with the photographer and like making sure we jumped into like as many photos as possible. But strangely, they managed to crop us out of like most of the photos.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, we are pretty cute.
Right? Exactly. Oh, and here we must also mention, do your research on the venue and dress appropriately. So their wedding was at the K Club in Dublin, and we totally thought K stood for casual.
You know, like it was probably spelled with a K in Gaelic. And Irish people are all so laid back and casual.
But like the K Club was definitely the opposite of casual. Oh, and also don't wear white. Just saying.
Okay, so the last big thing you should know is that you need to bring a gift. And you will also get a gift. But that gift is called a wedding favor. So anyway, it's like a basic gift exchange. So you want to make sure that your gift is memorable. And we knew that J. Michael was #totes for goats. So...
Oh, and there's this thing called the wedding registry, and you should definitely stick to that so that the bride and the groom get things that, like, they want. Because as it turns out, the K Club was so #not totes for goats.
Avoid livestock is what we're saying.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, something, as to the wedding favors, note to all you wedding planners out there, don't put your wedding favors behind glass. Like, we saw the display in the lobby of the K Club of the jewelry that was, like, obviously, like, gifts for the guests. But it took some fancy lock-picking skills to finally get at it. But, gotta say, love my necklace, though.
Me too. Thanks, guys.
You're so generous.
So generous. Yeah.
So, Hugh, you could totally go all like Vogue and glamour and research the 15 do's and don'ts by Adrian White.
But really, just let our confessional be your guide. Learn from us. Grow.
You know, guru status comes from a lifetime of learned and earned experiences. So let our lessons help you successfully navigate that wedding like a pro.
And don't forget to have fun. And maybe learn to line dance. But I guess that's probably for another episode.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, lovies. Well, that's all the time we have. But go out and enjoy wedding season like a guru.
And we'll be back soon. We promise.
Totes. Cheerio, Hugh.
Ciao.
Namaste.
You know, the weirdest thing about the whole wedding was it wasn't the goats. The goats were more cooperative than you would think. But there was a robbery. There was jewelry missing from the cabinet. I like the goats better than the robbers, but they never caught them. It's a miracle. But it was a good wedding, you know. Wasn't bad.